and welcome to part 2 of our great American adventure. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA.
No, you weren't. Right, the whole of this trip was about us trying to turn around our track record from failure to success.
Yes, and part 1 hasn't been spectacular, has it?
No, so far we have absolutely beggared everything up as per normal.
Yep, we failed at the old sand buggy thing.
Beach buggy thing, we failed at the medieval fighting.
We failed at finding good surf.
Failed at finding good surf. Mate, the worst moment for me was when I got those exam marks back.
Yeah.
And I failed at all my GCSEs. It was a disaster, and I opened them in front of my parents.
Oh, mate,
and
shame, mate.
I was devastated.
I think I failed, mate, on various things too, mate. I think I failed at relationships. I think I failed trying to make sports teams. But even in my work, I guess, even as a balding bishop, I failed in church life too. I think in helping to just move forward and do things differently.
I definitely have felt on many occasions like I am just a failure.
Yeah, me too, mate.
Yeah,
me too.
It's been my dream to surf all the way up the west coast of the USA.
There are mountains, there are forests, there's this amazing coastline. This is one of the best drives ever.
One of the key things when you're on a road trip is to stop and to take in the experience, whereas Frosty is just foot down, let's go. But I do manage to get him to stop every once in a while.
Nice tree. Nice. Tree hugging in California.
Is there surf? Are there waves? No, you've got hair. He's got the one with hair. That's a good choice, mate. He's got hair and a ponytail. The hairy bishop. I finally get him to stop, but within seconds, he just can't rest and he's pushing off to the next location. Come to America with me, he says. Come and see all the sights. We'll have a great time. It's like a blur. Yeah, it's all right. Come in. Went to San Francisco. He went, look, there's San Francisco. Drove straight past it. Who was that? Went to LA. There's LA. We had a sword fight. Drove straight out. That was that. San Diego wouldn't even let me have a look.
The Californian coastline is famous for all of its great surf spots. So as we're driving up this coastal road, we keep stopping off, checking out different spots and seeing where's best to surf. We park up and begin to walk down this trail trying to find some waves. Suddenly Rich thinks he's seen a shark. I'm like, mate, are you sure?
I think we've just seen a shark. No, it's not a shark. I look out to the ocean and sure enough I can see a fin running through the wave. I can't believe that there's a shark in this water that Frosty wants to go and surf.
Ever seen a fin in the water?
There's no other surfers out, and even if there's a possibility of a shark being in the water, it's probably best not to surf.
Hunting waves is a difficult pursuit, and after 18 hours of driving, we finally find a place where we could surf. The sun was setting. We found a spot. Some fun little waves. It was so good to be in these little waves with my good friend the balding bishop, enjoying this beautiful scenery.
This is some road trip. We are driving and driving and driving hundreds of miles.
We're passing city after city, trying to get to Seattle so we can go to the drag race before the rain hits. The road signs are passing by every second. We've got to keep going, there's no time to stop. Do you think this is going to affect the racing?
All that driving and we finally arrive more driving, drag racing. My kind of driving. Accelerating hard, braking hard.
So we're here at the raceway track, hopefully trying to see some drag racing, but there's been some bad weather, so we're not sure whether this is going to happen or not. We're hoping to get a little moment with the racing driver of this amazing vehicle who actually won his races today. So we're going to find out what it is to be a winner. As a racing car driver, you must experience the highs and lows of success and failure on a regular basis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's like, a good friend of mine told me years ago, there's like 5 ways to win and 1,000,000 ways to lose. Yeah, you just try to do the best you can every time, and it takes a lot of focus. Life successes are built on failures.
Okay.
That's profound, eh?
Whew. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That was the kick! I was nearly through the back of the car. It's a shame we didn't get to the drag race before the rain hit. But on these trips you got to roll with the punches, and it was phenomenal just to get to meet the people and see their cars, and to have a little go around the car park.
Next up, the great American sport, ice hockey. Ice hockey is such a fun sport, it's so fast.
As is always the case, we step into things with boldness and confidence. That was not a good start.
I haven't ice skated for 30 years, and I'm so nervous of smashing my face up. Rich hasn't got that problem. His face is already smashed up.
Yeah. Yes, everyone, today we are in Renton, Washington State, Seattle, where we are
Learning how to play ice hockey.
So David's teaching us some basic hockey skills, and I think I'm doing okay. I can stand, I can hold the sticky thing, and I can hit the black slidey thing. I'm doing all right.
They're pretty bad right now, but I mean, hopefully they'll get better.
You're gonna go down, mister. You go down. You're gonna go down. Oh! 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 No more kids. Oh! No more kids. Oh! Oh! Oh!
It just so happened that on our epic adventure, we were driving just close to a camp which I came to when I was 18 years old. I came there to work for a summer and to help other kids. So this is Camp Arnold near Seattle. It's a Christian camp where I came to work when I was 18 years old. It's a significant place in my life story. So mate, have a little tour?
I'd love to see this place. It's beautiful. Let's do it, mate.
Let's do it.
Let's relive your history.
Yep. So mate, this is what happened, mate, I think. It's incredible, eh? Back here 21 years later. This was a key time in my life because I grew up in a Christian household, but I never really believed in the whole stuff. And I somehow got a job here working on this camp, and my job was to look after some of these kids. And one week we had all these kind of gang members turn up, and they had tattoos of the gangs they were in, and like bullet holes and stab wounds. Wow. And I'd tell these guys about Jesus, and I wasn't living it myself, thinking this is crazy. But I guess during that time I saw what God could do in people's lives. In many ways, these guys had failed, they'd done some terrible stuff, and yet they discovered that God still cared about them, and God had a plan and a purpose for their lives. And seeing God at work in their lives, seeing them kneel down and weep as they encountered something of God, I thought, man, this stuff's real. And so for me, this was the point where I thought, this is what life's about. This being my first big adventure away from home, yeah, this is where ultimately the big adventure of life began for me, and actually following Jesus and discovering what it means to live life in all its fullness.
So Frosty, this is a key thing that we're going to do today for the final challenge.
Okay.
Right now, we're going to learn how to do indoor skydiving. This is just an important skill that you need to learn in preparation for what's next.
So what is next?
This is just getting you ready in case you fall.
WillO, our instructor, shows us what's possible inside this wind tunnel. It was incredible. I have never seen a human being fly around a tube like this in my life. Oh, well, obviously I've never seen anybody fly around a tube, but this dude was incredible.
So we're about to go into the iFLY tunnel, which looks epic. We've had our briefing, we're all set. Now ready to kind of skydive, really.
I can't hear you. I've got earplugs in. I've no idea what you said. WillO, that was the most incredible experience, I think, of our lives.
Phenomenal.
I just can't believe that you just taught us to fly.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, huh?
And what we just saw you do was insane.
Yeah, right? And I'm actually, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing it for about 8 years, right? So I should be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I should have picked something up.
Frosty and I, we've fairly much travelled around the US, failing at most things.
Yeah.
This is the first time we actually were able to do anything and achieve it.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So we're super stoked. But how do you cope with failure in your life?
I think failure is absolutely necessary, right? So failure reminds me first that I'm human, right? Yeah. And I need to remember that, right? Mm-hmm. But that at the same time, you know, like we can't let that define you. I had a really tough time coming up, and I had to fight through a lot of things that kind of held me back a little bit, and it was only by empowering myself through failure, right? That now I welcome the challenge.
Mate, that is amazing.
It's just incredible. It's a privilege to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, mate.
My pleasure.
Within my role as a church leader, I'm often talking to people about how to live life. It was brilliant to talk to WillO and learn from him how he approaches the issue of failure.
So here we are at the airport, and this final challenge is wing walking. This is going to be epic. Don't quite know what it entails yet, but Rich has organised it.
Yeah. No, I'm in Seattle now. Yeah. LA? Yeah, but we're in Seattle now. Okay, alright, thank you.
What's happened?
Oh, mate.
What?
Disaster.
You can't do it.
So there are two places where this exists.
Yeah.
Here in Seattle,
Yeah.
and down in LA.
Oh man.
So we've driven all the way to here,
man.
and it's actually where we started.
We can't do that, mate. We can't. We drive all... Oh, flipping Nora, Rich.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just... Mate, we can't do it, mate. We can't do
but
it. It's too far, man.
How amazing was the journey up? The journey was incredible. It's only a short 18-hour drive. Come on, let's do it.
So here we are, stopped at the gas station. Had our windows cleaned by the wonderful Ginger Vicar. He's really talented.
How about I deal with the petrol, I deal with the windows, and how about what you do is you go in there and get some food.
18 hours driving through the night, and we're back where we're meant to be.
Yes, we've arrived at this airstrip somewhere down in the south of California, and this very day we are going to
Wing walk.
So this is definitely the biggest challenge that's ever been set before us, and I'm feeling quite scared.
I'm feeling sick with nerves. Yeah.
So
Hey, let's not fail.
failure is not an option this time.
So Rich is now trying to work out how to get back into the plane. Not going well.
Wherever.
He's making a bunch of mistakes. I'm a little bit concerned for him, really. And Rich getting stuck on top. But quite funny. But quite scary too, I think.
Frosty's busy training. And he's looking very good, he's looking very confident, very self-assured, as he always does before he fails. So we're expecting big things. I'm blooming scared.
Can't work the seatbelt, mate, so...
Can't work the seatbelt.
Is that important?
Working the seatbelt is key, isn't it, Mike? Yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
So I'm looking around at 7,000 feet and I am petrified. I begin to reach up towards the hand grips and begin to climb out of the seat. I have never been so scared in all my life. The wind is pelting me in the face, and I think if I fall, this is the biggest failure ever. And then the pilot begins to do these maneuvers. It's been an incredible journey, all those miles, all these amazing people that we've met. And again, I've been reminded that when we fail, it does not define us. We need to keep pushing through and pushing on. And for me as a Christian, as Jesus was nailed to a cross, it looked like the moment of absolute failure. His followers were distraught and didn't know what to do. And yet actually his death on the cross was the moment of victory, as God demonstrated his love for each and every one of us. He was willing to pay the ultimate price, to set us free from our failings, to set us free from our mistakes, that we could know his love and know his purpose and have a hope and a future.
I guess that's what Christianity is all about. Discovering a relationship where there is someone who can never fail you. Jesus never lets us down, always loves us, no matter what we've done. Being filled with his love helps me love others. And that's where I need to succeed.